Let's talk about freedom. What does it mean to be a free person? Why do we often hear the phrase that we are in prison? A prison of our desires, a prison of our beliefs, a prison that limits us and prevents us from being truly free. What does all this mean? Is it true? Can you personally consider yourself an absolutely free person? Think carefully. Can you do what you truly want? Are your desires being fulfilled? How quickly? Are you surrounded by people you enjoy seeing every day? Do you like your job? Where does your money come from? Is it easy and free-flowing for you? Can you consider yourself an absolutely free person? Let's delve into this question. It won't be easy, but I'm confident we can do it. For this, we will turn to one particular image for guidance. This drawing is an example of objective art. Every detail on it is important and meaningful. Don't be alarmed. This drawing is about freedom. Why are most people unhappy? Why is it so difficult to meet a truly happy person? I'm not talking about Instagram photos or the curated happy lives that can easily be put in quotes. Behind the facade of those bright pictures often lies disappointment, depression, stress, arguments, and conflicts that we often don't see. I'm talking about real people you know personally. You can name me at least one absolutely happy person, one who definitely realized his dream. Not the one you see on the screen, on TV, or follow him on the internet. No, I'm talking about real people, your friends, relatives, neighbors, work colleagues. You see, it is very difficult to find an absolutely happy person among them. Even though I have a huge circle of friends, communicating with people from different countries, from different classes, and completely different social status, I can firmly tell you that even Hollywood actors and actresses, millionaires from the Forbes list, are not absolutely happy people. Everyone has their own problems. Moreover, every person considers himself deeply unhappy, even if he is rich, even if he has a family, money, children, no matter what he has. A person considers himself unhappy and is constantly looking for this happiness somewhere in themselves. But is this really possible? You will find the answer to this question today by watching this video until the very end. Are you ready for that? Then let's take another close look at this image. Within it lies the wisdom of all ancient teachings, the wisdom of the great teachers. The people trapped in the skull symbolize most individuals who are imprisoned by their false identities and the confines of their minds. This is why they are locked in the skull. Our minds greatly limit us. They tell us that we can't achieve something, that we won't succeed. Instead of diving headfirst into new projects, pursuing goals and fulfilling desires, you sit and wait. You think, what if I fail? What if this isn't meant for me at all? All of this comes from our minds, which hold all our self-perceptions. From childhood, you've been shaped by how your mother, parents, and teachers viewed you. They imposed a script for your future life. Yes, don't be surprised. That's exactly how it is. This is why very few people truly achieve success. Often children repeat the destinies of their parents. Daughters follow in their mother's footsteps, and sons follow their fathers. We often hear phrases like, "You're just like your dad," and so we walk the well-trodden path. we are limited by our minds, or more precisely, by our own perceptions of ourselves. Frequently, we've heard limiting beliefs such as, "If we didn't live richly, there's no point in starting now." "You're not pretty enough to marry well." Or, "In general, you are not capable of achieving anything in life." In one variation or another, you've definitely heard these phrases, and they still linger in your mind, forming your own prison. This is why so many people are trapped in the confines of their own minds. Now look at who guards this prison. Those very characters that created the images in your head that you're now trying so hard to live up to. Let's break it down step by step. First, let's take a look at the image of a mother in curlers, a mask on her face, holding a rolling pin and a spear in her hands. She is one of the guards of your prison. How often did we want to be good for our mothers? You might be 20, 30, 40, or even 50 years old, and yet you still want to please her. Recently, a girl reached out to me whose mother passed away many years ago. She shared that she still hears her voice in her head and feels that she doesn't measure up, which causes her a lot of pain. Thus, the desire to please our mothers and to be a good daughter or son often becomes our prison. We don't live the life, potential, or possibilities that lie within us because we try to fit into the role of the daughter or son that our mothers have assigned us. This is why the teeth of the skull represent various masks, those very masks we wear to interact with different people. They symbolize the roles we play to adapt to everyone around us. These are the very masks and false identities that limit our true potential, strength, and possibilities, preventing them from manifesting. In the hands of the guards, you can also see masks serving as shields. These symbolize that our guardians, those who imposed various roles on us, are themselves wearing masks and playing roles. Your mother is not just your mom. She certainly has other roles in her life, perhaps as a worker, a wife, or a daughter to someone else. She has many roles, but in your life, she plays this specific role, that of a mother. Let's move on. Look, next to the mother stands a teacher, also holding a spear, positioned by a blackboard. She represents a powerful guardian. From early childhood, when our minds are so flexible and impressionable, teachers tell us who we should be. We must excel in our studies, be diligent, and make everyone happy. These become limitations that follow us throughout our lives. Think back to your strictest teacher in school, the one you feared or respected the most. She likely had the greatest influence on you. Even now, you might measure your actions against the moral standards she set. This person might not be a teacher. It could be another significant figure in your life. But there is definitely someone who fits this role. This internal censor prevents you from stepping beyond your comfort zone, becoming bolder, more active, and more vibrant. There's always that inner critic watching you through thick glasses, holding a pointer or a spear instead. Unfortunately, in today's world, teachers often set a negative example and fail to earn the respect of their students. However, they force us to sit still during the most active years of our lives. This breaks and destroys our essence, our true natural power. When we return home, our mothers often overfeed us, saying, "A spoonful for Dad, a spoonful for Mom," which completely undermines our incentive center and the body's capabilities. We become accustomed to sitting, being lazy, and overeating. Then we wonder why, by the age of 30, our health is severely compromised. It's simply because when we wanted to run, jump, play, and have fun, we were either sent to lessons or back home to eat borscht. This is where our prison of laziness and inaction originates. One of the strongest guards of our prison is the television. Yes, there are still people who watch TV, news programs, talk shows, series, and so much more. Just think about how many hours each day, week, month, or year you've spent sitting in front of the television. Consider how much you could have accomplished if you had used that time for sports or dancing, meeting interesting people, engaging in self-education, learning languages, practicing spirituality, doing yoga, traveling, attending seminars, or classes. If you hadn't spent that time on TV, you would be a completely different person today. But television has instilled in us numerous behavioral patterns and imposed many masks that we now try to wear. Series and soap operas have taught us to be jealous, to hold grudges, and to create scandals and tantrums. Yes, it's from there, and also through our parents' arguments, that we learned how to behave in relationships. This has again become our prison. We simply don't know how to act differently. The uncle or aunt on TV told us how to respond to everything. Many still believe that if it's said on television, it must be true. But that's a complete lie. The television is a real home hypnotist. It traps us in a prison of ignorance, passivity, and poverty. So, if you still have a TV at home, and heaven forbid turn it on, just throw it out the window. Well, or give it to someone. You definitely don't need it. It's time to break free from this prison. But how do you do that? Who are the other guards watching over our prison? How do they influence us? And how can we truly become free? You'll find answers to these questions in the next video. Be sure to like this one, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode installment. Share it with your friends and watch the next video together. After all, the more of us there are, the stronger we become, and that means we can escape from our prison faster. Want to meet those who have already freed themselves? Then join us for our live sessions in your city. You can register for the first session completely free through the link in the description. I'm not joking. Give it a try, and you'll see for yourself. Let's become truly free and happy people. How to do this, I'll share in the next video. See you soon.
In our extreme times, when the fate of the entire planet is at stake, it is crucial for the knowledge of angels and benevolent spirits to spread as quickly as possible, globally, and reach thousands of people. In this way, we can change the future of all humanity. Which is why we are addressing you, dear soul of light. Spread the knowledge about our wise books and films. Share links to videos or cartoons. All of this is available and free. Invite women to individual practices, webinars, and seminars. And the Great Spirit of Light will help you and your family. It will direct an enormous amount of energy to fulfill all your desires. Benevolent spirits and angels will assist you and your loved ones in all matters. A thread of light and love extends from your heart to the hearts of thirsty women, and the creation of good and the dissemination of enlightened knowledge throughout the world begins. Become part of the mission of light. Help people, and God will help you.